A part of me just wants to be mean. A part of me sees that a lot of people just, do what they want, are inconsiderate about other people, will cut people off just to get to where they want to go. And then you're left sitting there like, yeah, good things have happened in your life. Not to say that being good or bad means that more good things will happen or more bad things will happen. I don't know. I do believe in karma, but I do think that the karma is either instant or it takes lifetimes um, to feel the positive or negative of whatever you've done. And there's a part of me that wants, naturally I'm a nice person. I am very considerate about how other people are feeling and want to make them feel comfortable. But then I'm like, okay, not this is not for, people who are close to me. I want to be nice to them all the time, and I am. I'm saying random people in my life that I run into. Why am I so worried about if this person who's making my food or, a waiter is stressed? Why am I so stressing out about, I don't want to be rude in front of this person. So, I want to be respectful. And that's a normal and a good thing and a righteous thing to be respectful of everyone. But sometimes that thinking is just so much. I'm like, I'm cleaning up the dishes at the restaurant. So I want to make the server feel like I'm not, what's the word? Entitled or spoiled, or I understand that they don't want to probably pick up and clean my shit, but that's their job right now. And I've worked, serving restaurant positions before, and understand it's not easy. So that's why maybe I'm more nice to people, and also don't want them to spit my food. That's one thing where, you grow up with parents and like people who aren't really like, really thinking too much about the server. They're like, they want to get their stuff. If it's late, it's going to be an issue. They're going to cause an issue. They would want a discount now. Back in the day, parents have changed. Indian people have, they grow, the kids teach them stuff. And not just Indian people, this is white people too, Asians, everyone, black. It's just older generations maybe are less empathetic, and a part of me, I'm like, I wish I was more like that. I wish I was a little bit less empathetic sometimes. And I don't actually wish, this is just a thought, because I'm very grateful to be empathetic. There are people who aren't empathetic, and that makes people not want to be around them. And you live a very lonely life. Okay, you might be very successful as, crazy, like psychopathic people who, I mean, as a result of being that psychopathic, you're gonna fuck people over, and okay, you're gonna have a successful life in a certain way monetarily. You'll get the things you want, but like visually, you'll look from the outside like like everything's good. Like let's say, I don't know, like a politician who's I don't know, let's just say it's a corrupt politician, and from the outside everything's nice. They got the best cars, the best this, the best that. They're eating dinner with Drake, this and that, but then they're doing shady shit in the back. And that is like, wow, is this person able to do things that I only dream of? And they are, causing wars or causing this and that. And not like, you have all this money, but you're not helping people. And it's just like, it makes you think like, is greed what needs to be had? You need to have greed to be sitting with at that level, to live the life. And then you think like, are those people actually happy, or is it just a visual thing? Okay, you might have the materialistic stuff to make you happy. And look, even a perfect relationship, if you have the perfect relationship with the perfect partner, you got the perfect wife, but your own self, your life is a shambles. You have addictions, you have your own demons. You could have material, not to say that having a partner or good people in your life is a material thing, but it is material. People in your life, you are material. So this materialistic world, I include other people in there. And I do think that the less empathetic you become or are, the less people want to be around you. So it's like a fine balance you have to, I guess, curate inside of your personality to have the right amount of assertiveness and the right amount of, go with the flow, whatever. You think, you're in a relationship, oh, what should we eat tonight? And on some these alpha male YouTube videos tell you you should have a decision for everything. As soon as you lose your frame and you can't make a decision, that's when shit hits the fan and the RAS, reticular activating system, flips on your partner, and they view you as a demon now. That's not completely true. I don't think there's a lot of leeway with, you know, not being able to make, or not wanting to make a decision right now because you're focused on something else. I don't really want to think about what to eat right now. I am hungry, but I'm focused on what I want to talk about in this video. What my schedule will look like for my studying for my real estate exam, or what this topic, what stuff I got wrong, what I need to work on, how do I get more clients, how do I build a funnel, this and that stuff that, you know, requires actual decision making and, you know, nonsense stuff. So there's a fine line of, you know, being like, go with the flow, I don't really care, yeah, let's go here, let's go that, but also being decisive and assertive. And that's, I guess, the point and the purpose of life, of finding the balance. And, you know, we grow up being told you need to find the balance between, you know, work out the right amount and do your work and get the rest, and make sure you eat the right foods and eat the junk foods too, because you don't want to just burn out. And there's balance in that too. There's balance in everything. And, you know, it's the simple things, but it's the simple things that we forget. And balance is one thing. And finding the balance between being empathetic and being assertive and non-empathetic, like a psychopath, I believe is probably the best thing anyone can work on. Obviously, lean more towards the empathetic side and, you know, leave the psychopath for stuff whenever it needs to be dealt with. Whenever they're, let's say, knock on wood, someone like breaks into your house, or, you know, you have to defend yourself. Don't roll over on your back and go with the flow then. That doesn't make any sense. Okay? So then that's when you have to take your sword out and slash the motherfucker. All right? Thank you for watching. I'm going to go live. Schedule's kind of off. Still trying to figure out the right days to post. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, if you find this stuff interesting. If you want to join, I have a school community coming up, but I have an email list where, you know, I give out more free videos and just random thoughts that I had. If you have any questions about, you know, certain stuff you're going through, there's a lot of stuff that I can't, you know, discuss with people in my life because maybe they won't understand, they haven't been through it, or it's just kind of embarrassing to talk about because maybe they've been through it, but I don't want to, you know, open up about this because I don't know. Sometimes I just want someone who's been there before and who can kind of give me an objective, you know, not someone I'm going to see like every day and like, okay, this person knows this awkward story of me. Someone objective who's been through it and who is just there to listen to those awkward stories, or, you know, stuff you've gone through, your relationships. I've been in a lot of up and down relationships. Thankfully, all of them like were healthy ones, but I've learned a lot from them. I've been through addictions. I've been through, you know, embarrassing moments, a lot of self-improvement stuff, still improving. Reach out. I'll be there for you. Love you.